They actually did it after everything we have been through with these characters, after every sacrifice, every heartbreak, every moment where we thought things couldn't possibly get worse. Outlander Season 8, Episode 7 just walked in and completely destroyed us. And I'm not even exaggerating when I say that this episode hit differently. Like, genuinely, I sat there after it ended and just stared at the screen because I did not know how to process what I had just watched. This is the kind of episode that reminds you why you fell in love with this show in the first place, and also the kind that makes you wish you had never started watching it at all. So, if you are not caught up, please go watch it first because we are diving deep and I am not holding anything back. Let's start with the moment that I think broke every single person who was watching, and that is the print shop. Now, if you watched my last video, you already know that I had a feeling something terrible was coming. In the episode 6 trailer, we saw a fire, and I said right then and there that I believed it was the print shop, and unfortunately, I was right. The fire breaks out, and it is absolutely chaos. But what makes this scene so unbearable to watch is not just the flames or the destruction of everything Fergus and Marsali have built together. It is Henri Christian, our little cutie pie who never asked to be part of any of this, who never did anything wrong, who was just a child living his life, ends up caught in the middle of it all. And the way Marsali reacts, the way she screams, the way her whole body just gives out under the weight of what is happening, it is not just acting. It feels real. It feels raw. It feels like the kind of pain that no parent should ever have to experience. I genuinely could not hold it together watching that scene, and what makes it even more devastating is the timing of it all. Fergus had already been warned. Jamie told him to be careful, to be discreet, to not draw attention. But when you are a printer in a time of political chaos, when people are looking for someone to blame and you are the one putting the words on the page, there is only so much you can do to protect yourself. The violence was always going to find them. It was just a matter of when, and episode 7 made sure we felt every single second of that when. The grief in this episode is not something you can just shake off. It lingers, it sits with you, and I think that is exactly what the writers intended. Now let's talk about William, because this man simply cannot catch a break, and at this point I am starting to wonder if the universe has something personal against him. After everything that happened with Amaranthus in episode 6, after the arrest, after the betrayal, after finding out that the woman he had developed genuine feelings for was the one who orchestrated her own husband's fake death, William is now on the run. And the way he gets out of the camp is both clever and heartbreaking at the same time. Faking his own death is not exactly the kind of fresh start anyone dreams of, but given the circumstances, it was really the only option available to him. And you have to give credit to Denzel here, because without him stepping in and putting together a plan, William would have had absolutely nowhere to turn. But here is the thing that really got me. Even after all of this, even after being arrested and humiliated and completely blindsided, William still has feelings for Amaranthus. You can see it in his eyes. You can see the conflict. He is angry. Yes, he feels betrayed. Absolutely. But underneath all of that, there is still something there. And that is what makes his situation so painful to watch. Because it would almost be easier if he could just hate her completely and move on. But love does not work like that, and this show understands that better than almost anything else on television right now. The confrontation between William and Amaranthus that we get in this episode is electric. She throws a glass in pure rage, and he looks at her with this expression that is somewhere between devastation and disbelief. And in that one moment, you understand both of them completely. She made choices she thought were right. He trusted someone he should not have. And now they are both standing in the wreckage of something that could have been beautiful. And then there is Jamie and Claire, who are dealing with their own storm brewing on the ridge. After the bold decision Jamie made in episode 6, giving the land to the wives instead of the men who betrayed him, there was this brief moment of hope. I genuinely thought, okay, maybe things are settling down. Maybe Jamie has found a way to maintain peace without completely destroying lives. But episode 7 makes it very clear that peace on the ridge is fragile at best. Jamie wakes up in the middle of the night with that feeling, that gut instinct that something is deeply wrong, and anyone who has followed this show long enough knows that when Jamie Fraser gets a feeling like that, you should take it very seriously. Claire tries to be the steady hand, the rational voice, the person who keeps him grounded, but even she cannot fully dismiss what he is sensing. And what I love about their dynamic in this episode is that it is not about fighting or disagreement. It is two people who love each other deeply, trying to protect not just themselves, but everyone around them, while knowing that some things are simply out of their control. That tension, that quiet fear between two people who have survived so much together is honestly some of the most powerful storytelling this show has ever done. And the fact that it is all building towards something, that every scene feels like another piece of a puzzle that is slowly coming together into something massive, makes it impossible to look away. What episode 7 does so brilliantly is remind us that in this world, no one is safe. Not the innocent, not the brave, not even the people who try to do everything right. And that is what makes Outlander so different from everything else out there. It does not protect its characters just because we love them. It puts them through the fire, sometimes literally, and forces them to either rise or fall. And we as the audience are right there with them, feeling every single moment. I was not ready for this episode. I do not think any of us were. But here we are, completely wrecked and absolutely desperate to find out what comes next. Let me know in the comments how you felt watching this episode and whether you think things are going to get even worse before they get better. And do not forget to watch this video next.